Hey, Klops, how's it going, man? Yeah, weekend's been good. Um, we went to see Drunk Dracula last night, which is, the play Dracula, but the lead is drunk and they're being silly the whole time. Got pizza before, got another drink after. It was just my wife and my brother and I, and it was fun. Okay, skill dots, right? Nothing else, just skill dots. And we can use Prowler for this, but it's if by the time we get there somebody has a better answer for Nightcrawler, I'm open to it. Is a silly fight. Hey, how's it going, man? Whoops. Yeah, because the cold snap. Solvark's not incinerate immune, right? So you just have to play around it. At least you do get some healing and ramp from it, so it's not the end of the world. Nice, man. That sounds like a nice weekend. I'm glad the exam went well. Okay, I should look at who's next. Also, hold on. Back up. Is there anyone I need to keep shock for or something? Noting Quicksilver. Psycho Man's gonna be annoying, but otherwise this seems fine. Okay. Try and hold somebody who has buffs. Like Koye. Okay, we'll hold a Koye for Psycho Man. That's something. Hey, Kaitu, how's it going? Should I use Nick this soon? Probably not. Whatever, we have willpower now. Hey, Nick. How's it going? Nice, Hayden. That makes sense. I'm back up to another Titan, and obviously we have the comp coming, and I'm weighing how much I want Carolina, because she is the only hit remaining in the pool for me. That is not awesome. So I may just wait for the next holdover. Or I may go for her one more time, but we'll see. My Shang-Chi is rank 4, yes. And it's been a good rank. Yeah, that makes sense for you, Elijah. Yeah, I get it, Aiden. Excuse me. Doctor Strange with Idum. I'm guessing that you mean classic for that, Nick. Oh yeah, I remember what that synergy is. Yeah, that makes sense. That's funny, Neos. Probably should have looked at Quicksilver, but Mole should be okay for him. Yeah, no, Frank is very good. Yeah, definitely would not give stones to Shang-Chi. Like, not to make a deal out of it, but it is one of the worst. It's one of the worst SIGs on an otherwise very good champion still out there. Because I say that to differentiate, because, like, I like Storm Pyramid X, but she's objectively not top tier. And so piling on her SIG is, like, not worth a whole lot. Shang-Chi is very, very good, and his SIG adds almost nothing. You know, hold on. I want to double check something because I think there might actually be a little bit of a myth here. Bear with me. I have to log into work to do this. Yeah, like I said, I think there's actually some misinformation here. Loading, loading, loading. All right, there we go. Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, now that I'm confident enough to say this, thank you for being patient. Shang-Chi's Sig does not allow him to use his strikes through block. That is entirely in his base kit. That is a misunderstanding because his Sig is clarifying a base function of critical hits in general, right? If Shang-Chi is put on a node that causes his critical hits to do X, then what it's telling you is that those abilities triggered by crits will work through block. And I believe that was important to like his first appearance in EQ. That is not telling you that if you want to throw your strikes into block, you need to have him sigged. It is not what that is saying. Which brings us back to his sig is very bad. And ability, to your point, yes, technically his sig improves. He does do more damage at high sig, but he gets 50% of the total damage boost at sig 1, meaning you're spending 199 sigs for that extra damage to go from 10% to 20%. That's a less than 9% damage increase for a whole bunch of sigs. It's not worth it. Yeah, I missed Purified Slate. Excuse me. There will be one more champion from Lex this year, yes. Mm-hmm. That's a Tuma. Hey, don't push, Rhett. I gave you something. Why do you think that, Clouds? You know what? Did not clock the ensnare getting purified. Okay. This is not an amazing fight, then. Bro! That was my fault. I should have known that it could come, but just the freaking special one to catch you at the end of the dash is like... Few things get under my skin more efficiently. Can't even sell these, so might as well use them. Proud of that slow play, at least. Tigress Energy and base kit win. Yeah, Shang-Chi makes sense. Oh, I think your memory is off there, Clubs. We had 3 in a row, but that was going December 2024, March 2025, June 2026. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 left. Very cool block damage, thank you. Monsieur. No! I gave him the time, and of course he... I can't intercept right here. There we go. You are spelling her name correctly, yes. Appreciate you checking. Weird on the live stream. No! No! I blocked! Snap lights! Con! Alright. What they're there for, I sold 2 revives out of my stash literally last night. No. Like, look, there are little things I would love to give Black Panther. Infuriate is such a dangerous mechanic that we needed to be so much more careful with than we were. 60% is stupid. No! No! God! There we go. It's probably going to sound rude, so my apologies because that's not the intent, but like that was a really good encapsulation actually of of why it's important to have designers making decisions and not to have the community vote on it. And again, I'm sorry, I know that that sounds bad, but it's like because the design decisions we should be making are not the ones that accomplish the goal, period. Because what you just suggested would accomplish the goal. You need to make the decisions that accomplish the goal and don't break a million other things. Like, we have to think so far down the road. And we're not always going to get it right, but that is the most stressful part of the job, is that as we are basically policing each other, because that's a significant part of our job, is kind of calling each other out on things. You constantly have to be going like, okay, this ability that you just came up with is cool. How is it going to age? What are the consequences going to be? Agency. Venom, are you serious right now, bud? No! Arrgh. Oops, that one was my fault. Alright, good time for Cheels next. Killmonger does not have a particularly deep dash distance. This is like very baseline. I don't know why Venom's being such a jerk here. Hey, Jason, how's it going? I know it's not a particularly popular opinion, Kaitu, but I-Hulk is fine. I-Hulk was built to be a questing monster, and he's still a questing monster. Questing is less important these days than it used to be. There's not, like, a buff that fundamentally changes the goal of the character to make him feel good in the modern times without completely overhauling him, right? Because that is why it feels like he's missing something to you right now. It's because he's not aimed at anything that matters right now. But that's because the game has changed since he came out. I don't think there's really a small buff that solves that. There, 7. Rocket's special one is always low-key one of my least favorites to deal with, because if it catches you, it stings so badly. Excuse me. Magic the Gathering, there's an expression, everything is kicker. Split cards, is there a similar design route and new abilities in MCOC? Yeah, there definitely is. Like, it's not all-encompassing, but I think, like, the way I would put it is oftentimes for creative new abilities, we immediately have to ask, is this Quake or is this Ghost, right? Because those are basically the risks. Is this an ability that can let us deal damage forever with no interactivity? is this an ability that allows us to get infinite openings without ever actually having to engage with the opponent? Those are kind of the two most dangerous categories of things. But that's the thing, Elijah. If you like, I Hulk is balanced on a knife's edge. You give him much more time, and he does more damage than anyone reasonably should for basically just doing medium like medium, right? It's a very fragile kit to interact with. Yeah, Klobs answered it pretty well. I'm gonna call you Zobi. Um, if you run out of that, you buy him. For now, that is the point. Yeah. What Jason said, Kat. You might be able to throw a special 2 in there if things like if you get enough power, but I wouldn't insist on it. Special 1 will keep things safer. We all know she's gonna throw it. I shouldn't have thrown my special 1 here, because I'm not going to be able to get back to my special 3 to heal. Oh well. Do it that way. I've already done it once with Prowler. It was long and boring. This should be faster, even if it's not as exact. Before I comment on this, Elijah, what level of AQ do you do? That's fine. Yeah, that's why. The reason that people don't just pick 2 random champs from their roster every week above map 6 is that the RPG requirements are just too high. And if you're wrong, then you end up having a terrible time clearing the map because you feel like you have to support your teammates. And nobody wants to try and spice up AQ a little bit and then be out a few thousand units. There are a couple paths in map 8 where just Hercules spam is viable, but it's, in my opinion, not as many as is sometimes said. So I wouldn't lean too heavily on that. I need my various champions. Okay. Then... Okay, this happened earlier, or last stream too, because I've only been streaming for 44 minutes, but it says out of an hour 30. It did that the other day too. Why? Does it just assume the default length of a stream is 90 minutes? I'm not going to go too much longer, because I need to eat and get ready for the concert, so I don't think I should start a new one. Incursions hasn't started yet. Hmm. Oh, can I get another platinum pool crystal before I forget? Is that up here? No? Yeah, I'll do it later. Doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm not surprised yet. And, like, that's not a shot at you at all. It's just, when things scale to your prestige, you can get your butt kicked just fine. Okay, we can do the Dazzler one, and then I'll probably call it. Cool, that's fine. Yeah, that'll work. Hey, warrior. Took up Solvark instead of Zola. He's an investment. Now I gotta learn how to play him. Nice. Yeah, Solvark is good. How much space do I have on my hard drive? A lot. It does depend a little bit on which hard drive we're looking at, and I have another that I've been meaning to install in the last slot, and I just haven't gotten to it. I guess less than I used to. Maybe it is time for me to prioritize that new hard drive. But I mean, I've got, when I say, uh-oh, I'm coming up on the end, I have like 300 gigs left in both of my hard drives. Yeah, the thing is, Elijah, that there are multiple paths in map 8 where there are things that say, like, takes no damage unless. It's really easy to mess up. Okay, well, we'll do this then. Why'd you ask, Clubs? I could also probably clear space on my hard drive if I needed to. There's definitely some games downloaded I'm not currently playing. You know what? It still caused the timer to expire naturally and put another disintegration on her. So I'm okay with getting rooted and hit. All part of the plan. Oh, I'm not talking about OBS. I'm talking about YouTube. Like, because the YouTube Studio interface changed recently, and so when I'm looking at YouTube, it says that OBS is not giving me a duration. Like, at the bottom, there's an active duration, the 50 minutes, but then next to that, there's a grayed out just 0000. So, like, I don't think it's worried about me running out of space, I'm pretty sure what that means. Cool. All right, I'm going to go ahead and call it here so I have time to go eat lunch and head down to the concert. We are seeing the symphony tonight and eating dinner. I will see y'all soon. But I do have tomorrow off, which means I should probably have time to finally edit that members only video I've been sitting on, and then maybe start thinking about the next one. Plus, maybe I can actually get ahead of some other videos. Anyway,